Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Valheim series. Today is a bit of a mixed bag, but we do see quite a bit of action during the episode, so get yourself strapped in and your favourite helmet on. I had a bit of a brain kind of aneurysm-y kind of start here. I went off and started doing things and then realised that I'd forgotten to hit the record button. So not to worry, where you haven't actually missed that much. I managed to find this skull with a lot of soft tissue in it, not very far from my Mistlands farm. So while we're just getting the last little bits of this soft tissue, and I always recommend digging all the way to the bottom, even if there is ground there. Keep digging until you actually get to the bottom of the skull, because quite often there is a bit of soft tissue hiding away underneath the ground level. Now, with that bit of advice out of the way, we're going to extricate ourselves from this skull and continue our exploration of the Mistlands. Yeah, I think that Diverger might have, drunk a bit too much sap. He's going on about hoping that this mine isn't infested. To date, I haven't found any mines within proximity of their location. So, yeah, just make sure you go easy on your sap supply. Yeah, bit of an unfortunate end for those poor little divergers, but bit of a reality in Mistlands. The ones that are even fairly heavily reinforced in their towers, sometimes it goes pretty south for them as well. So don't just AFK near a couple of random divergers hoping that they'll defend your backside. I'd say probably 7 times out of 10 they end up dying themselves. So yeah, just a public safety announcement. Yeah, what do you know? Spend all those arrows trying to kill hares and show up at a Diverga tower and there's a whole bunch of dead ones already here ready to go. Yeah, luck of the draw. Okay, this is looking a bit interesting. And that's a set of stairs with some bugs on it. Okay. The set of stairs like that, the front of the boss temple for the next boss kind of looks a lot like that. And I had to do a little double take because I thought there's no way I could be that lucky to have the queen this close to all of the other bosses as well. So, yeah, it didn't end up working out like that, but we did get ourselves another dungeon. Alright, this is a very timely reminder as to why being weak to fire, which is what the root chest piece will do for you, and actually having your fire resistance mead with you at all times can save you from being turned into an overcooked shish kebab. Yes, the sound of the storms and extreme weather in Mistlands is simultaneously a little bit creepy, a little bit scary, and very atmospheric. Alright, and welcome to an infested mine, otherwise known as the kind of default dungeon that you get in Mistlands. I know we've run one before, but this one's directionally quite different to the previous ones. So, yeah, we're going to do a little game save, and then we're going to stick our nose out. Please notice that that sort of thing happens quite a lot in the Mistland dungeons, where you'll have a hole in the floor like 3 millimeters into the actual dungeon. So, and sometimes those holes are quite deep and drop you into the middle of something which is very unpleasant. So that's another public service or safety announcement. 2 in 1 episode. Wow. Clearly, the Diverger should have spent more of their efforts researching a higher quality roach motel, and then maybe they wouldn't have had such a problem with their mines being infested. Hmm? Ooh, 2-star tick. Don't see those very often. Luckily, they are fairly squishy, and if you can take care of them before they've had a chance to suck you too dry on health, generally they're not too much of a problem. In the meantime, the old Door Knocker Mark II is easily paying for all the materials I put into it all of those episodes ago. Yummy black cores. To date, I still need more of them though, and I don't think that is going to go away anytime soon based on how few I've been finding so far. Still, the search continues. That purple leg means the other side of this is our arch nemesis, the 1-star Seeker. Now, dealing with them at range just costs you a lot of arrows, but dealing with them face to face, that can hurt a bit. However, I think this is the first time I've had to tank one since I've changed out my chest piece. And as you can see, it is making quite a difference in terms of the burst damage that they're able to do to me. See, I didn't even block that and I only took about 15-20% of my health in damage. Definitely a recommended chest piece for Mistlands, just for dealing with the bugs. Well, I am going to say that the rating report for this particular infested mine is going to have to be pretty high because there's just so many ticks. Alright, after clearing out all the critters, and a good guide of when you've killed them all is if you stop hearing them moaning and groaning in the background, just like you probably were at that very terrible dad joke. We've arrived back at the entrance. I've swapped out some bits and pieces to try and maximise what I'm carrying. At this point, we've just got to get our backside back to base and unload, so then we can come back and grab the rest of the goodies. Yeah, you better have a decent jump skill by the time you get to Mistlands, because even with the feather cape to help you with levitation, you're still going to be doing a lot of jumping. So, yeah. And that rumbling sound in the background that reminds me of the sound of an empty stomach on a very large giant signals the imminent arrival of our world's most favourite blimp that spits fire. So I'm trying to get up to high ground here. I have an ulterior motive. I always try and get the Jarl to aggro on the Diverger and the tower, on the off chance that they'll do like that 1-star one did and destroy the tower and give me access to the Diverger extractor that's in there. So we're running out here just to get the Jarl's attention, and then we're going to hightail it back into the tower and just let chaos fall where it may. I want a refund on that Jarl. He didn't want to attack the tower, he was too fixated on the Diverger on the ground. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Alright, the rest of the journey back to base was completely uneventful. We have teleported back, and we are just going to do our massive unload session before we head out and try and get some more fat loots. In the background, you can hear the sound of the chickens going at it. Little tip, if you like itchy and you don't like the sound of chickens plucking and carrying on, I would suggest you set up your chicken coop well away from where you normally sleep. For me, I don't care. It's just background noise. Now, after getting those black cores, I was thinking, ooh, I might be in a position to actually build at least one crafting station or upgrade. Unfortunately, as I'm about to discover, I have 4 cores, and the minimum I need for even one of them is 5. So, yeah. Oh well, we're going to go upstairs and see what we can achieve in the food preparation area. Well, as it turns out, because we are actually very close indeed at the end of this episode, you won't see us go out and pick up the rest of the fat loots from that infested mine. Don't worry, we will cover it in the next episode. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, make sure you remember to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more in the future, make sure you're subscribed and you've hit the notification bell. In the meantime, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a fantastic day.